SFC fans, I'm Shaun Middleton, and today it was Sunderland versus Millwall in the penultimate home game at the Stadium of Light, and a pointless game really. No team would really get relegated. Millwall can't get relegated, Sunderland can't get relegated, they can't get in the playoffs. It was a pointless game really. It's been a pretty dire display by both sides, but Millwall have just scored in the 72nd minute. Duncan Whitmore, former Sunderland player, has just scored. So Sunderland 0, Millwall 1, and absolutely garbage. So that's the current score, and I don't think we're going to score today. So with 2 games left to go, we've got Watford away, and then we've got Sheffield Wednesday at home, last game of the season. I think Sun's going to finish in the bottom half, so it hasn't really been a very good season. Anyway, a big shout out to wearesunderland.com. They've got a YouTube channel. So go and subscribe to these guys. The reason I'm shouting these out is because I've seen them today in the Fans Museum, and they've got a couple of season cards available for lucky subscribers. So a pair of season cards for the Black Cats Bar available if you go and subscribe to them. So go and subscribe to We Are Sunderland, their YouTube channel. Obviously, its subscription is only £1 a month for 6 months, but there's loads of content on there. So give them a subscription there. It's £1 subscription, so yeah, shout out for them. And obviously subscribe to my channel, SFC Fans React, if you wouldn't mind. Enjoy your evenings. I'm looking forward to summer. I'm looking forward to no football for 3 months. Just chilling out with me partner and my family. Can't wait. In fact, stay safe and bye for now. And obviously Gareth Southgate with the Euros. Leeds that to be the last one. He'll be his last one because he's another one useless. We're not doing nothing with him in charge. Bye now. SFC Fans React, and I'm with Dave Punchin. Not a great day for Sunderland. It was pretty dire display, wasn't it?
Absolutely horrific, Shaun. Needs to be big changes. We'll be down to 20,000 next year, unless there's massive changes. The director of football needs to go. We've had 3 winders. There's only Job, who shouldn't be starting every week, who should possibly be a starter. All the rest are not good enough to start. And how much money have we wasted? Like, people say we didn't spend money, but it's agent fees and that. Styles, rubbish.
I think he was alone, wasn't it? He was alone.
Well, I know, but it's still money. Hopeless. That the left back from Leeds.
Oh no, Hilda, Jesus Christ.
How bad's it? £2 million on a 4-year deal.
Who sanctioned that, man?
He'll not even make the bench.
I mean, he wasn't even on. He couldn't even get on the bench at Leeds.
Aye.
And the way he signed him, why he signed him.
And obviously Dodds. Hopefully, the only way forward is we've got to loosen the purse strings and make a few. We need 2 forwards.
Aye. Send obviously Himaya and thingy out on Meander when he comes back.
Aye.
Burstow will go back to Chelsea.
But the other lad, can I get a game for Hips?
Who's that? Oh, the Meander. Oh, I can't get That's
but honestly, that idea. That's relegation form for next season. Anyway, that team is anywhere near the start of the season for next year, we're going down 100%. I mean, we're going to lose Jack Clark out that team. 15 goals straight away, and
Patterson could be gone. Dan Neil, Ballard.
Well,
there's be a few gone.
To be honest,
we're staying up.
But honestly. Like I say, I think we're going to be well under 30 next year, unless there's massive. To be honest, I wish he'd just sell it.
Do you think KLT should sell?
Well, I do. There's no way forward. He's not going to sack Speakman, and Speakman, any other man in his job with would have been
gone by now.
The last 3 winders he's had.
Yeah. He's been atrocious last 3 winders. He has.
I'm not bothered about the model, but who are the last 3 winders? Can we sell for a profit apart from Job?
Exactly. I mean, I was listening to John O'Shea and Sam, Big Sam, and they were talking about the model, and they were saying, "Oh, would you go back to Sunderland?" He went, "Oh, we'll go back, but not with these. Who's everyone in this club?" And that model only works very, very rarely. It works bringing young kids in and selling them for profit.
The stadium's dropping to bits. We need money. We need money spending, and obviously it come to a head. So he's come out with this we're going to spend some money on the stadium rubbish. But there's no way forward with looking at the last 3 winders. Like I say, a blind man on a galloping horse would have a better record than Speakman.
I'm on the fence now on this because I think like you say, he's had a few bad windows now, and if he doesn't get the next one, he'll not be gone. These will be here in the summer.
I know. That's
whether we like it or not.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, like I say, I've gone to Benidorm and I still didn't know where we were playing.
Just come for the few days.
Hopefully, Sticky Vicky's still.
Well, our mother's
daughter. But honestly, like for next year, looking back to blueprint for next year, what we're going to be with Jack Clark out the team.
Pretty died, isn't it? I mean, I just think we're going to. I mean, unless he invests the Clark money, because 10 million. I mean, if we sell it for 30 million, 10 million goes to Spurs straight away because they've got 25% sell on. Ballard's 20 million pound to go to Everton. There's all this money if we sell.
I know, but
it's got to be reinvested.
I know, but like looking at it, like great if we get the money in, but looking at the last few windows, do you want him to spend it?
I know that's it. I'm looking at that as well and thinking, well, could you trust speaking with that amount of money and stuff?
We've bought 4 forwards in. And our best forward is an 18-year-old central midfield player. Who's not good enough to play centre forward.
I know. Yes.
But like I say, I cannot see any way forward, and I think they need to sell. I cannot see there's any way forward unless we sell, unless he sells.
New owners in the summer. That's what you I just can't. Dave,
he's not going to. He's not going to sell. But to me, Michael, come here. Yes. Are you going to admit that he's been one of the worst buys ever?
He's atrocious.
It's still too early to judge properly.
Well, not as a left back possibly, but.
Left back, I might be willing to concede that, but I still stand by that. I think people are judging him too quickly.
But I was just on about Speakman. Like saying Shaun going forward, he's showed his position's untenable after the last 3 windows. We've bought in one player who merits starting in Job in the last 3 windows.
I'll save it for the aftermath and I'll get me.
But
what I will say is this summer's crucial for him, mate.
I don't think we need another crack.
Well, if he's here in the summer, as Mike has said there, if he's here in the summer, he has to get it right. If he gets it wrong, he should be gone. I wouldn't be against.
We're looking at the last 3 windows, Shaun.
I know,
it's going to be like turning water into wine. Looking at the last 3 windows, and plus we've got him here, Ruskin. Are we going to get any money back, or we're going to have to pay them up?
Well, Hamir was free money. Rosen was 2 million, but I've heard that he wants to be aware.
But who's going to take him?
No, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing.
But like, see, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but like last season, I think we're in a relegation battle already.
For next season.
Unless there's massive changes.
I think getting the coaches, that's going to be a huge thing.
Hopefully the manager comes in and he insists that Dodds and Proctor's nowhere near the first team.
Well, that's something. That's the thing. I mean, are them going to be part of it? Is this new coach going to?
He should be sticking to put the cones out.
Any standout performances, dear?
Jack Clark in odd flashes, but to be really flat. Chris Rigg probably. Chris Rigg was probably the only shining light. The rest of them
was crap.
Nobody was over a 6. I don't think today.
It was pretty poor.
Like Rigg in flashes, but so disappointing. And the fans deserve so much better. But like I say, we've bumbled on since January with Job up front.
No, it's not good enough. Like, well, big summer ahead, Dave. You'll enjoy playing them anyway, won't you?
Well, if I find out where we're playing.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks for that, mate. Cheers. SFC fans reacting with Millwall supporters.
We're Lions TV. We're doing a similar thing for YouTube for the Lions TV. It's my son Joe, my son Connor, and me, the dad. I'm the dad of these two. And we're just like with the result today. Obviously, we're over the moon because you don't really have a lot to fight for. All we cared is just getting a point here today.
Yeah, we said we'd take 0-0 before the game.
We took 0-0 all day long, didn't we? You know. And to come here to this beautiful, massive club with beautiful people in it. Honestly, I heard you talking earlier about relegation. No way, not a club like this. You're not getting relegated. And I said tonight, if I was a multi-billionaire, 2 clubs I'll take over would be Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland. With that massive club with beautiful people. Let me tell you, we come here of all the away grounds in the country.
We've always had a lot of respect for Sunderland. We've come up here a couple of times. The people have been great.
And we have respect for Bradley and all that, don't we? You know, we got so much respect for your club and your fans.
Appreciate that. Nice.
No, you're massive. But we come here today to get a job done.
You got to win.
And we got to win.
So obviously we're buzzing with that.
To get a job done, but I mean, we would have happily come away with a point. And seeing the way we was playing, both teams seemed like they was both playing out for a point because it didn't seem like too much attacking threat from either team. And at half time, I thought this is going to end up as a
stalemate. Really,
I think we've drawn. I think we've drawn 4 of our last 5 games, and at half time, I thought, I'll be happy for it to play out as a 0-0. And I actually went down for a wee, and I went down for a wee, and then I heard a massive cheer, and I thought, well, that's definitely not us. I didn't think we'd end up scoring in a month of Sundays, but even the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes of the game, here we go, we got the meal crowd. And in the last 10 minutes of the game, I thought we was backs against the wall. Yeah. But I didn't really feel much threat, personally.
No.
And I feel like one of our pals who we spoken to the pub before, was in the pub beforehand, Sunderland fan. Yeah. He said, we like sitting back. Yeah. We like, and same with us, we like sitting back. So I felt like when we went the one goal up, it played into our hands, really, because
we play better against teams that want to attack us. So if you sat back, that will probably play into our hands.
Yeah. So then when you started having to come out to get the goal, you didn't really need to score. I mean, there's not a lot to play for now, is there, at this point in the season? But I genuinely felt like if you was to come onto us, then we'd probably look more of a threat because you'd have to push up higher. But massively over the moon with the 3 points.
Yeah.
Obviously,
and listen, and a big shout out, and I've said before, we got special friends in Sunderland, and I know special people in Sunderland as well. You're amazing fans. You are amazing fans. Yeah. You've got an amazing club, and we love you better than Newcastle, obviously. Do you know what I mean? So we got to go to the dark side of the water, haven't we? Now, you know what I mean? So we do love Sunderland, and we respect you, and we respect you as a big club, but you deserve better. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Same words there, lads. Congratulations on your victory. Good luck with next season. And safe travels. Safe travels.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thanks for that. Take care, lads. SSC fans reacting with Bryn from London, a Sunderland fan. Bryn, not much to talk about today, was there? It was pretty painful at times.
You can always tell a bad game when you start talking about other things, and we were sitting in the West Stand there talking about getting promoted at Stockport under Bob Murray, and looking back to all the false dawns we've had over the seasons when Niall Quinn took over, and all the false dawns this beautiful club keeps getting. And I really don't know where we go from here now, because there was no fight in that side today. They had no leaders on the pitch, and you can have all this youth and skill. There was some lovely little interplay, but it's so predictable. You could be a 6-year-old playing school football, and you could tell what Jack Clark's going to do next. It's getting to the point now where we've all been sold a dummy. Mm-hmm. I was sad to see Marbury go under the circumstances, but it was the right thing for him to go. We were going nowhere with him.
Yeah, well,
we were going nowhere with him.
I'm like literally I'm with you there, and there's a lot of people who loved Mowbray in the same snap. But what I will say is, I knew this would come up, might come up. I said that Mowbray, if look, I thought this decision was right, getting rid of Mowbray, right? He was never going to get promoted in my eyes, but if you didn't have somebody lined up, then just keep Mowbray to the end of the season.
Exactly, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because they seemed like they sacked him and they went, well, hold on a minute, we haven't got nobody to replace him.
It was just embarrassing to watch. Sky Sports News, when they put them lists up, you always see the usual names. When that name Beale went up, I just filled me with dread. I'd have rather us just had one of us lot. Yeah. We'd have done a better job, because we knew what was, and that was what cost us this season. That little middle bit.
That indecision, the indecision of not making the right call.
Yeah.
If you look at, I think we're ninth at the time when we got
cost
sacked.
us about 15 points.
Yep, and then went that 6-game losing streak. But if look at it, I just think if it's. I wanted Mowbray. I wasn't, sort of seeing, well, he should have been sacked. But if we replaced him with a better coach at the time, I think we could have finished top 6.
100%.
But we didn't replace him with.
The good thing Mowbray did do, he developed players. That's and the other thing he did, other managers around the Premier League trusted him to take their players on loan. And that would have been another thing in the January window. We could have got a few little pearls from somewhere. Yeah. There's all these academies in the Premier League with these players that don't get any football time, and we would have been the perfect place for them to learn their trade. But going forward now, I've 100% agree with you what you've been saying the last few. Even Michael now said it the other day. we know who's going to get sold. We know where they're going,
Yeah.
right? They're going, right? If that does not get reinvested in the playing squad,
and
we've got a team minus what we had today,
Yeah.
then trust me, next year we are in a
big trouble.
big trouble.
Big trouble. I mean, like you see,
We are in massive trouble.
I think this is. I'm really intrigued. I mean, I'm going to enjoy the months from the football. I'll be honest, I've had enough this season, but it's going to be intriguing to see what they do and what they, if they're going to reinvest that money. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, for every Sunderland, even the fans who like Hildy and like Speakman, like the model, even them, the ones on the fence, they'll know in the summer after that September the 1st when the window's shut, everybody will know what's the intentions of this board.
It'll be their Waterloo, won't it? It'll be their defining moment, because we could all stand here in September eating humble pie.
We could, and I hope so.
And I will do.
I really hope so. We love this football coming out.
I'll eat this hat live on SAFC Fans React. Right? But the thing is this club deserves better.
That's what the Millwall fans have said there.
And if they're not going to produce it for us, we don't want billionaire owners giving false dawns. We just want someone who's going to give us an honest 11 players and have a crack at the cup and have a crack at the league, and that's all we ask for.
Exactly, pal. Exactly.
That's all we ask for, because it is, after all, a love supreme, isn't it?
Yep.
You know.
Yep. But like you see, the game had not really much to talk about.
There was a few moments where you just think, but it was predictable. It was, you could have quite easily watched that on the telly and done a bit of ironing and. Put your cooking on and,
it was that bad, wasn't it? It was pretty poor.
Yeah.
There was no desire. I keep on saying that desire, intensity to win the football match.
Nah.
And I think, look at the players should be looking at these supporters and thinking, look, they've come here all year.
Yeah.
They supported us. We should give them something to shout about. And, and there was just nothing there. But the probably more concerned about where they're going on holiday.
Or where they're going to play next season, because there'll be a few of them. Their agents will be already putting their name about. And if I was a club, I'd had some of their names put on my table, I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole.
Yeah.
Because there's one or two of them there, they've got no effort in them.
Well, exactly. And do you know what? I'll put my hands up here, and all the lads will tell you. I said, Ekwa, I haven't seen him last season. I went, this could be a good player. He could be a big player, and he's been absolutely atrocious.
I came out of here after the Watford game last season, and I thought, dear me, we've got a little nugget there.
Gem, and
I thought he's going to be the main. And I've not hardly seen him this season.
He's been
handful of games.
So the phrase I use with Ekwa, he's bone idle.
Yeah.
And
100%.
As enough players, they expect the fans to say, man on. You should have a social awareness of who's around you. You're a footballer, you look
too many times.
You know what I mean?
He looks like a giraffe on an ice rink, doesn't he, sometimes?
That's been
But I mean, at the end of the day, the one thing about this fan base, we are not in any way deluded, like some other fan bases. All we want is an honest. We just want an honest team to go out there and just give us
100%.
We work all week for it.
Exactly.
This is our day to just come and have a bit of fun. And sometimes I know people would rather work than come to the game, and that is a tragic statement.
I've interviewed people this season and said,
I know people they've given up overtime to come and work here.
Stephen, he said Hensel said that the guy who interviewed last game of the game before, he said I would have rather have getting double overtime and come and watch us.
Yeah. Anyway, the one thing I said, this channel's brilliant. I've been watching it every week, so keep up the good work.
All right, thanks. Cheers for the words. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
cheers, you time, pal.
Onwards and upwards.
All right, have a safe journey home, mate. All right, take care, buddy. All right, thanks for that.
Guys.
Cheers. Dave Wall, you're back on SAFC Fans React. That's a bit cold.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Shaun, I just want to congratulate you on finding the coldest spot outside the stadium to do an interview.
I apologise, but it's just the reason I texted you earlier on. I was just trying to get somewhere different. Give other fans a chance to get on. That's the reason. Anyway, onto the game, Dave. There's not really much to speak about, is there?
Well, I mean, I didn't think any of them were that. It was. Somebody's just said, and a few people have said that they didn't think they were bothered. Think they're on the holidays and all this. I think it's a bit more than that. I just think there's no guile, there's no know-how, and there's no nous. There's no, we can break these down by doing this. Nobody's, because they're all bands and they haven't got a clue as to how to do this. They haven't got the experience as to how to do this.
Is that the big thing, Dave?
I think that's the big thing.
That's the big thing. You've ventured straight away. You've knocked the nail on the head. Is that the big thing? Is the fact that it's a football team full of kids.
Well,
that's why the seasons went the way it went. No disrespect to the young guys either.
No, they're learning.
Good,
but when you go to school, you go to school and you learn, but you don't learn off the other kids, you learn off the teachers. There's no teachers. There's no experience teaching them how to go on the pitch.
No experience on that.
No.
You've got the coaches, but I mean, you mean on that football pitch.
I mean, when you get on the pitch, you need somebody to help you out.
Leaders, any talkers,
there's, you know, I mean, Owen Iron's great and all this, and he is, but you know, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
But that's the way I see it, anyway. It needs a whole revamp, to be honest, and it's going to take the summer. We're going to have to see what happens in the summer.
It's a huge summer.
It's a huge summer.
It's
absolutely.
This is the biggest summer we've had for a long time. Biggest summer, like I've kept on seeing. I'm hoping I'm sitting here on September the 1st and we're talking and we're seeing, what a window.
Yeah,
they've pulled out all the
absolutely.
stops. They've went above and beyond. They've bent over backwards. They've done everything they can.
We hope that.
I'm not sure they're going to.
No, well, we hope that, and as you say, we're not sure it's not the case, but at the same time, that's what they've got to do. Something's got to happen. Somebody's got to sit down in that room and say, right, this is what we've got to do to move forward. That's what they've got to do. And it's no good saying I'm going to sign in 19 years. You get this, and I'm not being disrespectful to the kid.
That's fine,
This Richards, they're talking about from Leicester, super kid. He's such a super kid, he can't get in that team. So, you know, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good player, he probably is. We've got some good players on the park, but we've got no guidance there.
I think Speakman, come to Speakman, I'm not obsessed with him on things. I've got nothing sort of thing against him. I'm on the fence with him now. I think he's had a couple of bad windows, maybe 3. I mean, even if he was to be replaced in the summer, I wouldn't be too fussed. But if he's here, he's got to get everything right.
But you see, as well, Shaun, we've got this problem again. We've got this problem, we replace. You can only replace if the person you're replacing them with is good enough. We've done this with Mowbray. Yeah, let's get rid of Mowbray because he had no plan B, etc., etc. And then we'll replace him. And who do we replace him with? Somebody that's not good enough. So you've got to take an upgrade and not a downgrade.
I know
That's the top and bottom of it.
Did you mention? I was earlier on. I was saying. I think that's what sort of derailed our season was the fact that. I mean, I can't remember if you were Mowbray out or not. I think you were I can't remember what you were.
No, I wasn't Mowbray out, to be fair, but I wasn't surprised when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what our season sort of, as derailed. It's fell off the cliff. Is getting rid of Mowbray and was not for me the right call, but replacing them and waiting so long and then not having a backup, but replacing them.
Yeah, and then you've got to have a guy in who the players can say, oh, hey, he knows what he's doing. He knows his stuff, and we've got to respond to that. Now, at the moment, and this has been pointed out to me, I hadn't even twigged it, but it's been pointed out to me that when you go for an interview, when there's an interview with the manager or with the players in general say, well, the gaffer said this, or the boss said that. Yeah. They don't. They say, oh, well, this is what Dodsey told you.
Yeah.
He's like one of the boys, and you cannot be that. You've got to be the boss to a certain extent, and one of the boys. The knack is managing people arm round the shoulder, kick up the backside.
But then exactly, like I think Alex Ferguson was an example of that. He knew when to give him a good.
That's what you need
in the changing rooms, but then obviously he knew when to praise them.
When to praise them as well. Exactly. And the best managers have all been like that.
Yeah.
With a possible exception of Clough, of course. But but he was a dirty one-off, and everybody knew what he was like.
I think Peter Taylor was a big thing.
Of course he was. But we'll just have to see. I was interested before as well, Shaun, to see that you weren't trying to get the Sunderland manager sacked. You're also trying to get the England manager sacked. This is good stuff. This is what happens. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the summer, and hopefully everything turns. But at this moment, we're not confident. But let's hope we are.
I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not confident one bit. I'm starting to go that way now. It's like.
I don't think it's being negative. I think it's because this is what's happened to us.
Yeah.
And this is why we feel that way. But hopefully it'll all
come together.
Let's hope it does. We all want it to, don't we? I mean, that's what we want.
At the minute, I mean, like you say, if KLD really loves this club and he really wants to succeed, He's got to get the right calls, hasn't he? He's got to,
Of course.
I mean,
yeah, you've got to get the right, get the right manager in.
The coach,
We've got to get the right coach.
And is he going to be able to bring his own backroom stuff in? I mean, there's talk of.
Well, we don't know.
Before it was talk that they would have to work with Dodds and Proctor. I'm thinking, come on, if you're a coach coming in, you've got to be able to bring your own backroom stuff.
You've got to be able to bring in the people you trust.
Tinkering with this model. Now, then that's one of the things I need to tinker with. I need to bring in experienced championship players as well.
It needs a spine to the team. You know, we need a good central midfield player, good centre half. We have got a good centre half. If he stays, we need a good striker, and you need that throughout the team. You know, and there's strong rumours I've heard today about Patterson and Celtic. Well,
I can't see them coughing up big money, so I'd rather them go to somebody who's going to give about 10-15 million.
Well,
I'm
the thing is, if he's a good shot stopper.
Aye.
But
everything else, though, dear.
The thing with Patterson, if he goes to Arsenal or Liverpool or anybody like that, he won't get a game. If he goes to Celtic, he will, and it's as simple as that.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. I mean, he's never going to get a game in Liverpool. There's too many good keepers there. But will he go for the money? I mean, will his agent be saying, look, you can get 80 grand a week or whatever, 60, 80 grand a week.
It's all about the agent, isn't it?
It's all about money's now, isn't it? So,
however, we just have to wait and see.
But Dave, I let's see what when we mentioned much about the game because there was nothing to talk about. And there's one game left, so I'll get to interview you one more time. And then we've got to rely on Gareth Southgate winning the Euros.
Aye.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You know it's not going to happen.
We said the last time we spoke, we were going for 4 or 5 points before the end of the season. We've got the 4.
Oh, so that was
that what we did. Anyway, right.
Aye, Dave, it's always a pleasure, pal. All right. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time on the Saturday, first game. Davey, no. Oh, yes, sir, Davey. Davy's in the house. Yes, sir. I will just start from there. David's back on the SFC fans react with us with a few moves. Davey, not much to talk about today, was there?
It was a poor game, like we should have played better. Duncan Montwall hunt us like they score past us and that. It was bad singing.
Excellent player gets the winner, Duncan Montwall,
poor game, like we should have played better. Now the first half switched off. The second half the chances and that we should have singing all that to switch off.
We didn't create much clear cut though, did we, Dave?
No,
there was a lot of possession. I think Millwall were just content and sitting back and us on the break.
Just falling asleep. Some of the days singing that, and there's that sloppy goal in and they're singing.
I think there's a couple of supporters sitting in front of me who were falling asleep. It was that poor.
Got bored out like this because I think you're drunk if you go on the thing. It's like that Bauer supporter when he think he was drunk. He wasn't. He was shattered at work and all that. Thinking that. So we've gotten out to play for anyway. I think we've got Watford next week and Sheffield Wednesday.
And Sheffield Wednesday last game, isn't it?
Sheffield Wednesday fighting for relegation.
I'm not sure if they still see it. Imagine if it goes to the last game and they win to stay up.
I hope the women's win tomorrow. No, they're playing Charlton tomorrow. The last game was the crucial one. Whoever wins that goes up in top of the.
Right.
The Super one.
Nice one, Dave.
That's a big one. That's a Crystal Palace and Sunderland and that. We might play here next for the women's to get the big one.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, Dave. But let's see on to the game. Dan Neil's out for the season, but it's a report these rumoured that he's out for the season, but only 3 games left. He's had a good season, I suppose, but just need a bit guidance.
We need some new players in for next season, start fresh, and we need that Spockman out still. We need them out. Need them out. No, it's not spending money.
Well, as I keep on saying, sorry, keep repeating myself, but there'll be nowhere to hide for these in the summer. If these don't reinvest the money off Clark, Ballards, Patterson, and Dan Neil and players like that,
they'll be way
the fans will just see it. They'll just not come. So that'll be one more season next season. If they don't, if they's not going to think, I'll not be renewing. Simple as I.
We'll get 3 points the next game. Watford away in the Sheffield Wednesday.
You think we'll get 3 points at Watford?
I hope so.
Oh, you're hoping. I think we'll. How much? I mean, seeing that away from home, we seem to play better than we.
And they'll play better away than home, like as I say. So let's hope we singing that in the next season. Tony Mowbray, somebody forget.
We hey
the mugs. I'll see you in the next home game, mate.
2 weeks' time, last game.
God bless you.
Take care, buddy. SFC fans reacting with Carson. Carson, what do you make of today's events at the Seaman Life?
I mean, not the best result is this for us. Obviously, regarding them, good result, keeping them up. But I think Dan Neil's a massive miss today.
He was,
Huge
wasn't he?
miss.
He was. That's good point. That. I mean, the rumours I've had a couple hours before the kick-off that he was out for the season. There's only 3 games left, but it's a bit of a blow because I really think Dan Neil, you know, if he had somebody next to him, I mean, I think he's done well this season, but if he had a better defensive midfielder next to him, I think he would thrive. And I think we'll miss him, but there's only 2 games left, and I think we'll miss, like you see, we'll miss him today, didn't we?
Yeah.
What do you think about Rig, though? Do you think Rig did all right today?
He's been good recently in all games recently. He had a good game today, not bad. As he's only 16, obviously, isn't he? So he needs to blend in with everyone. And when we go to Premier League, he's never going to if we go up, it's like coming against the likes of like Man City and that.
I know. I think for 16 though, he's very mature. I've seen a lot, you know, a glimpse of him we've seen in the season, but to start the day, I thought he knocked the ball out well. It's just we're just lacking that cutting edge, aren't we?
Striker as well. Goal scoring striker.
We've missed it all season, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
We've missed it all season, and until we get that addressed in the summer. I mean, Meyenda's went on loan. Himaya is not good enough for me. Sorry, like he's a young lad. Burstow hasn't been good enough. And then Rousson, he's the language barrier. He said he doesn't want to be here next season. So we're going to basically need 4 strikers in the summer again. Back to square one.
No.
It's just honestly, there was a guy, Dave Puncher said earlier on there. He wants Speakman and KLD out the club. I don't know what your feelings are on them at the moment.
I mean, it's a bit of both.
Are you on the fence?
Yeah.
I'm sort of on the fence. I'm like, Speakman done some great things, I think, but I think he's really been poor in the last 3 windows. Yeah. I think his recruitment's been. I mean, who could you see he's recruited well in the last 3 windows, really?
Last 3.
I mean, Joby's been, you know, shown glimpses, but I mean, even in today, I mean, is he a guaranteed starter? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't really offer nothing. He's got no pace.
Another young one. He's going for all the young ones. Go for like an experienced one, like Kiefer Moore, that striker we've got him for last year.
Say that would have come down to money though. I think Ipswich offered him 30 grand a week. That's not going to happen at Sunderland, is it?
No.
I mean, the wage structure at Sunderland is 16,000, and they're not going to go over it.
Never.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not, that's it. Plain and simple. But anyway, moving on from today, was 2 games left. I'm looking forward to summer. I'm looking forward to no football for 3 months. I'll be totally honest. I'm looking forward to Gareth Southgate blowing the best England side we've had
losing
for a
to
long
Slovenia
time.
and Slovakia in the group stage.
We'll do nothing. But the good thing, I'm hoping when we get knocked out, hopefully be gone, and then we'll make replacement with somebody better.
Tony Mowbray.
Jesus, no. It's going to be a winner, but what's your aspirations for next season?
I mean, I've been saying in the last few months, win the league, get top 2, get automatics, but from the recent performances,
I know. Well,
can't even beat these, man.
Dave Punch said he thinks if we keep the same squad of players, we'll be in the relegation battle next season.
Probably will.
That tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a worrying times. I think there's a lot of fans on the fence as well. Will they renew next season? I mean, the season card sales are going to rapidly drop. That's a worry as well, isn't it? But I mean, we're still until we die, but in the summer, Clark could be gone for 30 million, Ballard 20 million, Patterson, Dan Neil. There's 4-5 could be gone. All that money bringing in, it's got to be reinvested. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
There's going to be nowhere to hide. I keep on saying this. Sorry for repeating myself. There's nowhere to hide for these lot here. If the penny pincher are taking the water, there'll be nowhere to hide for them. And I'm quite intrigued to see what they do in the summer, because that'll concrete for me. That'll separate the men and boys. Can't hide anywhere, KLD. You won't be able to hide anywhere. Neither one Speakman either. But thanks for your time, pal. All right. Cheers, pal. Have a good night, Naomi. Cheers, pal. SSC fans react. Sunderland 0, Millwall 1. Bit of a bad defeat for Sunderland, but I think it's one of them games where nothing to play for. You could see that in the performance. There was nothing there today. What do you make of the game, lads? Anyway, first of all, what's your name?
Josh. Alfie. John.
Sunderland supporters, obviously. What do you make of the game, pal?
Shite.
Anything more?
No, just full on shite.
Yeah.
Aye. One there, wouldn't be me. No.
I mean, I think it was just like somebody said in the crowd next to me. He was like watching paint dry. Like they prefer to watch paint dry than that today. It was as bad as it gets, wasn't it?
Aye. It's just shite though. Like it's just a banter club. Talk all that and then didn't do anything after the game.
You're the Millwall fans, you mean?
Aye.
Were you up for a bit of a scrap like at the end?
Aye.
Is that why you've come round?
I know.
Were you looking for the Millwall? They were coming past it, weren't they?
They all took legs, man.
Did you not get?
I found a little crowd and then they took legs.
So they were looking for a tear up, weren't you? You just didn't get it, no?
No.
No, was it just the 4 years, no? There's about 30 of them over there, they're getting with the coppers escorting them out.
We're harder, psych.
Aye? Aye. Anyway, there's 2 games left, lads. Let's forget about this game. We've got Watford next Saturday, and then obviously the last game, Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday's a must win.
It's something you must win. It's the season. The season's over, isn't it, really? There's nothing to play for, isn't there? Nothing to play for, really.
Just top 10.
But, I mean, still, as professional footballers, you should be going out there and trying to win the football match. I didn't say that today, the Jews.
No, they just lacked on energy, fitness whatsoever.
No desire, was there? No desire there to go and win the game?
No passion.
No passion, yeah.
No.
We're looking for a head coach in the summer. Anybody strikes you? Who'd you like in the summer? Anybody?
Steele.
Will Steele?
Me.
You? No, realistically, who'd you like? Anybody?
Steele.
Will Steele. You?
Will Steele.
Will Steele with you as well? So he's all seen Will Steele. You don't think he's a bit...
maybe Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, bring Roy Keane. Do you think Roy Keane will work with these?
He'll come back. Or maybe Solskjaer. He was meant to be coming to us.
Solskjaer, there was rumours Solskjaer and Keane, but that won't happen because now why? Because can you see Roy Keane getting told what to do by these? No, won't happen. See, who are you talking to? You know what I mean? He's not talking crap. Yeah. Anyway, any good moments at the game today? Any at all?
As the bag's back in London, man.
Any good moments? No.
No.
Are you optimistic for next season?
No.
You're a man of many words, you, aren't you?
Aye.
Cheers, lads. Cheers, thank you. These will be on the one, all right? You're going to tap the mic with them now, aren't you?